Hello and welcome back to Talk Drama to Me, where she want that she want that minute in 2Ds. Okay, got it. I've been watching a lot of off campus. She want that D in 2 minutes or less. It is your host, yes, plural, G and Tiffany. She's back, y'all. Never leave me.
What is off campus? I heard you say that. What is that?
Girl. Okay. So remember heated rivalry? There were two guys in hockey. Two guys in hockey. Well, you won't even believe off campus, two guys in hockey. But now there's a girl as well. There are multiple girls actually because it is a book series. It's on Amazon Prime. It just dropped today. It dropped yesterday. Sorry. What are my days? It dropped yesterday, the 13th. I haven't finished it, but it's pretty good. And Tiffany, I'm gonna whittle you down. I'm gonna get you to watch this thing. It has nothing that you like. It's just like, can we talk about, are hockey men attractive?
Yes.
They're attractive.
I mean, I know some of them are missing teeth.
Yeah, the missing teeth thing bothers me.
Yeah, it's funny. So at the Prudential Center, I believe it's called, in New Jersey, in Newark, they have like murals of their hockey team, and literally even the murals show the guys with their teeth missing.
Yeah, I think oral hygiene is important. But it is a book series about a college hockey team. The first one is about fake dating, and you know how I feel about fake dating. And so it's like this popular jock fake dating, this like, I don't know, this girl. She's stunning, by the way. So I may not have a thing for hockey guys, but I must have a thing for their wives and girlfriends because I see them on screen and I'm like, wow, look at this girl fit, right? But it's a really cute series. I'm gonna finish it. I guess I'm gonna have to send you a voice note and then we'll see if we can make a podcast out of it because it's pretty good. It's not
Is
great,
it,
but it's pretty good.
wait, so is it like a bisexual love story?
No, this is more hetero rivalry. Sorry. But there are multiple men. She's in like a love triangle of sorts. So she enters into a fake dating scheme to try and attract this other guy who has an accent, by the way. And I was like, ooh, that's a nice accent. And then wouldn't you believe it, the fake dating becomes real. And then,
So this is she's all that.
oh my God, yeah, but was he an athlete and she's all that? That's an important element here.
Yeah, I think he was a football player, but then also not another teen movie.
Okay, can I tell you the football thing makes more sense to me from that American perspective? Because I'm like, what do you mean these like hockey guys have clout? I've never heard of like a college hockey team being the big team on campus. But if you told me it was football, like American football, I believe that.
Maybe it's like Canada based because like as you know, when I was in Canada, like literally every bar, everybody is watching hockey, and it's like on every screen all the time. Everyone's kids are playing hockey. So no,
If that's what the men in Canada look like, I don't know. I'm proud to also be a Canadian. Please take my body.
where can people find this show?
It's on Amazon Prime. Do you have a Prime subscription?
Yeah, I do.
Okay. I have the interwebs, and, so, you can find it there, or you can find probably just all the clips on TikTok for sure.
Okay, yeah, I need.
Oh, I oh, go ahead.
When I was to say I need something else to watch. I still have like a week left of tour, so.
What were you watching?
I watched Blue Therapy, and I pretty much just do it just to fall asleep at this point because I don't really have too much time to like watch TV in my spare time. But yeah, I was watching Blue Therapy, and there was another one that I just finished
What
watching.
is that?
Blue Therapy is basically like Netflix's version of the Showtime show Couples Therapy.
That's one of my favorites. So many cringe moments. What? Tell me more.
Yeah, it's like basically the exact same thing except it's these couples in the UK, and they're all like super stylish. They all like wear like super fancy outfits to therapy, and I'm like, don't you want to be comfortable while you're like talking about how your girlfriend won't stop cheating on you? Yeah, so it's so funny because they'll open up with like, this person's perfect. I mean, they worship the ground I walk on, but she can't stop cheating on me. Like, I know I'd be like, what are we doing here? We're not together. You need to go to a therapist on a TV show at Netflix for multiple countries to watch for someone to tell me not to be with you.
I guess so. The early seasons of couples therapy, I think, really highlighted heterosexual monogamous relationships, like man and woman. Oh my God, there was one where like the guy was a straight up narcissist, and I just wanted to shake her and be like, you don't see it? This is textbook narcissism, right?
Yeah.
Not to diagnose, but it just all of the boxes for ticking.
Mhm.
And then in the later seasons, they also got into, like, really interesting couple dynamics that I had never heard of. In Blue Therapy, who are the couples?
There's a lot of couples actually. I couldn't even name all of them. It's like almost every single episode they were introducing a new couple, but then kept the stories of the other ones. Yeah, and the episodes are short. So there's like a couple that has been together for 20 years and they like got divorced and then they got back together 2 years later and then now they have a baby and but like the husband's still harboring resentment for her asking for a divorce on his birthday, but she's like I didn't even mean to I wasn't planning to do it on your birthday. It's just because that's when I reached my breaking point. But he's like, "It was my birthday." Oh, yeah, they all have English accents. Oh, there's, like, a couple like, a lot of Nigerian influence. There's a girl who was hiding, paying her family or, like, her parents money every month. She was saying it was her car payments to her boyfriend, and her boyfriend, like, won't marry her, and so now he was, like, using that as an excuse, like, "Well, I can't even trust her, so why would I like, how could I possibly marry you if you can't even tell me this?" And it's like, you just spent 2 episodes talking about how you don't wanna marry her, and now she just gave you something. Yeah, just toxic, dumb shit that I'm like, "What are we doing here?"
Something I like about the Showtime one is Una. They very briefly, but they show kind of the therapist perspective. I don't know if you've seen that one, but she has a mentor that she goes to and she talks about the weight of her job, right?
Mhm.
Do they do that in this one or is it just couples?
She the therapist doesn't have, like, a mentor or, like, a group that like, a group of other therapists that she's talking to, like, on couples therapy. It's just her and, like, confessionals kind of breaking down what she was talking about or the dynamic that was going on. And it's kind of it's like they pull into this huge mansion just to go to therapy, and I'm like, "This looks like very" it's like it almost looks like the beginning of a horror movie where they're about to go to this, like, fancy dinner and be sacrificed. Like, it's a weird place to go to therapy. You should check it out.
Yeah, it sounds like an A24 title come to life. Yeah, no, I love it. I don't know, there's something, like, really sick about me where I'm just like, "Tell me more about the inner workings of your relationship," right? Because I bet you half of those couples, you go on their Instagram and they're like, "We're so happy," and they're writing, like, long, waxing poetic, like, posts about their significant other, and it's like, we're scratching the surface.
On the Showtime one, the couples therapy Showtime, I'm friends with a girl who actually lived in that house with that throuple.
Tell me more. They were very interesting, and I felt like this is one of those times where I feel like, "This is the guy? This is the one?"
She said they're
Like,
insane. They're, like,
all of them?
crazy. Like, the guy, she said in particular, the guy, like, the girls are cool, but, like, they're all just weird fucking people. That's all she kept stressing was, like, "They are weird." And, yes, I had to live with them, and I don't think they live with her anymore. Mhm. Yep. And then Max saw the guy in the street one day in New York.
Dude, that must be the best part about living in New York.
Yeah, it's a lot smaller than people think. When I lived in the East Village, I used to run into people all the time. And now, like, I still run into people if I'm doing a gig in Midtown, like, especially in Broadway, because a lot of people, like, musicians will hang around there. So it's really easy to run into people.
That's crazy. Where are you today?
I am in Topeka, Kansas.
You are in the great state of Kansas.
Yes, I was
Interesting.
in Tulsa yesterday, and I'm in Topeka today, and then I'll be in Texas tomorrow.
Isn't Mac joining you in Texas or something?
No, Mac came out to see me for while I was in Nashville for 2 days, and that was last weekend. So, yeah, it was nice to see him.
Okay, I think I heard on your podcast that, like, a lot of musicians talk about Nashville.
Mhm.
Is it still that girl?
Well, it's super expensive, and I don't know what it was before because 'cause I've never been, and I'm also not a huge country fan, so I didn't I didn't go see, like, the Country Music Hall of Fame and things like that. Like, maybe I should have just out of respect, but it's definitely I've never seen a downtown like that. You've been to downtown Prescott, where I'm from. The downtown Prescott was very similar, like, Whiskey Row is similar to Nashville's downtown area, except every single bar has live cover band music. You already know how I feel about that anyway. But it's cool to see that every single bar had live music. Oh, that's cool. Even if I don't even if I don't really care to listen to a glorified karaoke band, it's cool that it's in every single bar and people are just enjoying live musicians and they're all playing at I think from what I heard, really high level. So It was interesting. I'm glad I went. I really enjoyed Nashville. I like the food, music. I saw a really cool, bluegrass band at this place, and the fiddler was actually, like not I shouldn't say actually, that's really mean. He was really good. Like, I even took a video, he was so good. So there's some really talented people down in Nashville. Even if I don't particularly love country music, I can wholeheartedly say there are some really kick-ass musicians down there.
Yeah, artists recognizing artists. Well, speaking of art,
Mhm. Oh boy.
another candy jar vertical. Girl, listeners, I'm so
Oh
sorry.
dear.
Whenever I need, like, all right, the other day we were complaining that I don't support women. And I said, gee, get it together. We got to support those women. And so I did, in fact, watch verticals with strong female characters. Case in point, I watched Found My Daddy at the construction site. I thought this would be a different vertical. Okay, I will be honest. I saw the title. I said, ooh, it's going to be steamy. It's going to be My Dark Romeo once again. It was not. It was about a strong female character, but I said, lock in. We're going to support those women. Do you remember Haley Lorley from the twins being burned alive vertical? The
Yes.
Christmas one? Yeah. Um, so I saw her and she's a brilliant actress, so she kept me in. And then I continued watching it, but not enough to take notes. And so I could not bring it to this pod, and I apologize. I didn't take any notes on the female ones I watched.
Maybe you
I probably
can
need a
share that.
therapist.
You could share that on your did not finish series.
But the thing is, I did finish.
Well, you did finish it.
I just didn't take notes. I just was doing something else while I was watching it.
Did you retain anything?
Okay, let me give you a quick synopsis. In this one, she was being essayed by a guy, and then he helped her, and then I don't know, I didn't really care for how it started. They had adult relations, and then fast forward, they have a kid, but he doesn't know it. And then he's working on her construction site because she is actually a CEO. She is quite the badass lady.
Okay.
And then, wouldn't you know it, he is also very rich, thank God, and they get together.
Oh,
Oh my
okay.
God, we've done it. This is the podcast. Thank you so much for joining, everyone. Follow us on TikTok. So,
It's crazy. We summed it up in 2 sentences.
oh my God, if people would like a recap of this, please let us know because the guy, Frankie, he's kind of cute, actually. I think you'd like him. He's very Italian presenting. I don't know what he is, but that would be my guess.
Watch, he's, like, Puerto Rican.
That's true with a name like Frankie.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Sorry. Sorry, Frankie. I don't know, but you cute. All right. Whoever made you, thank your mama. You're very cute. And then his chemistry with Haley actually was not bad. It was a classic CEO vertical, and I've been looking for one of those that have the ridiculous subplots where it's if you just told her you were rich, it would solve all of these problems. But it's just a return to form, return to
Mm,
nonsense.
okay. Interesting.
Speaking of nonsense. We
Yeah, let's
it in this vertical. Today we are doing the candy jar vertical, the fraternity, after a cocky college baseball star publicly humiliates her at a frat party. Our girl ends up with an unexpected in. His own teammates quietly recruit her to knock him down a few pegs. What starts as payback quickly turns into a sharp, high-energy game of push and pull where every verbal spar and power play fuels both his growth and their undeniable chemistry. She refuses to take crap from anyone, eviscerates with words when needed, and watches as the guy she sets out to rattle slowly becomes someone worth wanting.
Okay.
Do-do-do. Tiffany, I guess, take us through our main characters.
Okay, so we've definitely seen this girl before, right? Because I recognize her. I just couldn't tell you where.
Yeah,
Victoria.
she is one of my, I think, a candy jar darling. She was in Loving My Brother's Best Friend, the one where you didn't like him because he did the lip thing. It's deep in my memory. Now, what did I eat for breakfast? I don't know. I don't know, but I remember you thought this guy was a lizard man.
Okay, yes, I do remember this. That's where she's from. And then that's when she, like, turns around, right? And turns around topless but holding her tatas. I'm like, why would you do that? If someone walked in on you, you would just, like, turn over your shoulder. You wouldn't, like, turn around and be like, "Oh, titties. Get out."
That's exactly how the vertical went. That is correct. That's so funny.
Yes.
It's funny what we remember from these verticals and what we just cannot remember. Can we remember their names? I do. It's right here. It's Victoria and Nick. But
Oh, yeah, let me explain her. Yeah, so I definitely recognized her, but her character, she plays someone named Harley, a poor college nerd who is sharp-tongued and fiery. Yeah, the opening scene of her just bullying this man, I was like, "Oh, okay, it's a different temperature in this vertical. Cool, cool, cool. But yeah, her Instagram, I do remember her. Looks like she's New York based. I can't tell. Yeah, it looks like she's New York based. And then she's also in this other vertical that came out in February called The Perfect Spiral on CandyJar. Have you watched that
Oh
one?
my god, yeah.
My God, you've literally seen them all. This is crazy.
2 guys, 1 girl.
Really?
They could be on couples therapy. I did watch some of it. I didn't finish it. Maybe I should, but I didn't finish it because the guys are not as attractive. One of the guys in that one is in this vertical as well, and it's just they're all muscle. It doesn't do anything for me. You
I
know
think I see what
what I'm saying? Where, like,
yeah,
everything has muscle. The neck has muscle, and it's like, ugh, I don't know. It's, like, impressive. I will never get to that level, but, doesn't do it for me.
you know what I think it is, though? I think they're just older looking.
Yeah, it makes them look much older.
Yeah, like, 'cause she looks young, and I think just when you put her next to them, it just makes them look older. But then the other guy, the male main character, Mark Vega as Kai Rydell, I could not find him, and then I found out that apparently that's just his stage name. He goes by Mark McClafferty, or that's his real name.
What?
Mark Mc
No, it's the other way. Mark Vega is his stage name.
That's yeah, that's right, that's what I meant. Mark McClafferty is his real name, but he goes by
I
Mark
know.
Vega. So if you go by Mark Vega, then why does your Instagram say Mark McClafferty?
Maybe he's in the middle of a rebrand.
Yeah, maybe. Mark McClapping those cheeks. Sorry, wow.
Did you think he was cute?
Certain angles, I do think so. He definitely I know he's your type. I can say that with so much confidence. I just know, like, the kind of face you like, and, like, when I saw him, like, oh, she thinks he's, like, the hottest guy on the planet.
Well, yeah, and he's straight up and down. Okay? Like,
He's
it
straight
doesn't
up and down.
it's
As
just
opposed to what?
It is true. It is true. I did think he was cute. How could you not though? Look at him.
No, he's definitely got abs.
Like lounging in the sun in his like little chonies or whatever.
No, he's the kind of guy for me that I think it's, like, certain angles, not all
Yeah,
angles.
sometimes the eyes are I know, I see what you're saying. Like, sometimes the face features don't work all together. That's
Yeah,
okay. I'm just gonna be looking up, you know?
like, this one I don't
Er,
he kinda looks a
yeah,
little like
a Bond villain.
kind of, yeah, he does look a little villainous.
Black and white picture where he's, like, looking down and squinting, and it's just not the face I like him to make.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. So, Mark Vega, AKA McClafferty, he plays Kai Rydell, who is a baseball superstar in a slump. He's brooding and he's arrogant, and that's the only 2 characters.
This is as much melanin as we're gonna get in these verticals, so appreciate that I found you someone who goes by Vega.
It's the thought that counts.
Thanks. I'm trying. Did you watch this vertical?
Yes, I don't know if I finished it. I had to go on YouTube because CandyJar, for some reason, wasn't letting me watch it at 2 times speed.
You know, I did notice that. I thought CandyJar allowed us to speed it up, but I must have been wrong because what
They must have taken it off.
they took it off.
I don't know, 'cause I think I've always been able to not skip, but, like, watch it faster than it actually is on, like, all of the apps, whatever you send me. They're ca they're catching on.
Okay, so then you watch it on YouTube.
Did. So, I think I actually it looks like is this episode 7? Is that what I got to? So, I think I must have seen at least most of the free preview.
Okay.
It was,
I mean, that works. Let's see how far you got. Do you wanna take us through?
okay, let's do it. The movie that we watched called The Fraternity. It begins with college baseball player Kai Rydell struggling during a baseball game until Harley's heckling from the stands suddenly sharpens his focus and he hits the ball. I think this is like the definition of someone having like that kink where they need to be demeaned. Like, you piece of shit. And then he's like, yeah, call me piece of shit again. And then like he gets off from that. I think this is a mild version of
Do
that.
I have that? Because when I work out or when I'm doing something performance driven, I do not need your flattery. You know what I mean? Can't be like, oh, you're almost there. Like, don't.
Yeah, actually, I know exactly what you're talking about. It like pisses me off. I'll be like, don't lie to me. You could tell me how shitty I'm doing.
Maybe we both have that kink. This is our vertical. Don't tell me I don't give you anything, okay?
Maybe that's why classical music training worked so well for me because they will literally never tell you that you're good or that, you know, that that you're a
And still to this
star.
day, you've never heard it.
Not from my classical folks, absolutely not. All right. So yeah, he has that weird kink. The story flashes back 2 days earlier, where Harley watches Kai stretching in class. He catches her, introduces himself politely, then snaps at her for staring. Wow, this guy's got issues. She fires back with grades. Dumb jocks aren't her type. After class, Kai smirks, declaring that he's found the loser for their baseball frat's annual, quote, loser party, Harley. Meanwhile, in the college hallway, Harley's friend Tara pushes her to party, urging her to embrace the classic college experience. Then Kai invites Harley personally, brushing a strand of hair from her face before leaving. Harley, torn between skepticism and curiosity, decides to skip her cafeteria shift to attend. That's rough. At the party, the frat house is loud with drinking games and music. Kai, noticeably off, acts arrogant, brushing off his teammates' concerns. When Harley arrives with Tara, Kai zeroes in on her. Their banter is charged. She insults him again. He teases her, and for a moment, it's flirtatious. But just as the energy shifts, Kai gets the signal. It's time for the, quote, loser ceremony. This is actually where I stopped.
Okay, then let me ask you this. They're supposed to be like losers. I thought of the two, Harley dressed cuter than Tara. I mean, Tara kind of like dressed for something called a loser party. Tara, you really dressed for the job you don't want. What were those outfits?
You know,
Jade or something.
well, we always question the outfits that they have in these verticals. I mean, will we ever know what goes on in the minds of these people? Ever.
Yikes. Okay, at no point did you think he was cute. The stretching thing, I was like, that is so dumb jock coded. It like revs my engines. Right? Thank you
He
so much.
Yes. Again, it's like some angles, I'm like, I can kinda see it now, but yeah, I'm picky.
Well, I have two eyes and I saw it the entire time.
Should I keep reading this and just react in real time? We only have, what is this, second to last paragraph?
Oh my god. Okay. So I'll take over. This is a part of the free preview if you go on the app. So guys, we've learned something new here today is while the app does not allow you to speed through, if you will hang in there, you do get rewarded with more free episodes versus the YouTube channel. I guess it cuts you off a little short. So
No, I may have just not watched all the ones that were available, just running short on
like it
time.
was another part and you just didn't go to the other video.
I think if I keep looking, I could probably see, but it looks like I probably just didn't finish the free preview because we just got to time.
The other day, I watched a vertical and I tried to watch the free preview on my browser, and it only gave me 3 episodes. I was like, "What is that? Like, who's
Wait,
making these calls?
huh.
Like, why is it that the free episode count is different depending on where you go?" There was another vertical too where if you went on their TikTok, you got way more episodes than if you went on the app or YouTube. So I don't know who's making these calls. It just seems like a very strange game they play. Tells
Interesting.
Yeah, being behind a paywall, it's like a freaking game to someone out there.
Yeah,
Anyway,
that's
so
so
speaking of
confusing.
games, yeah. Mm, so speaking of games, we are still in the free preview. We're still at the loser party. I think feeling a little remorse or empathy, Kai tries to sneak Harley away, but his ex, Mallory, intercepts, dragging Harley center stage and crowning her queen loser in front of the whole party. Mallory thanks Kai for finding this year's target, expecting Harley to shamefully accept the title. Instead, Harley flips the script, calling Kai out for his bad grades and bad baseball skills, refusing to be humiliated. She and Tara storm out, leaving Kai stunned. His frat bros try to console him, but Kai laughs it off, pretending he doesn't care what a loser thinks. Yet, something shifts, because when we return to the opening scene, Harley's heckling doesn't just annoy Kai, it fuels him. His teammates realize Harley's heckling fuels Kai and scheme to keep her around. Okay, that was the end. So that's how we get back to the beginning.
I'm stunned. This has to be a porn script.
Why are you always like that?
This is like a mild dominatrix thing. Like, yeah, like he's
But
like on the,
nothing sexual happened.
but he like it. That's what I'm saying. This is like mildly getting there. Like they watered it down.
I don't see how you get it from this review because nothing sexual happened.
I mean, I'm just saying, just from this sentence, like, something shifts. We were turning up. It doesn't just, the heckling doesn't just annoy Kai, it fuels him. Like, you just take this 3 steps further and someone's in pleather, has a stiletto heel on his back and is like heckling him and he's about to I'm telling you, this is just a mild version.
Something I was gonna save this for the end, but do you notice this title, The Fraternity?
Mhm.
At this point in the free preview, I'm kinda like, why the frick is it titled The Fraternity when it's just about, like, a baseball guy and a nerd girl? Baseball guy and nerd girl probably makes a better title based off what we're seeing than The Fraternity.
Mhm.
This vertical is based on a book in which she enters into a polyamorous relationship with all the men we're about to see in this vertical, and that is why it's called The Fraternity. See, that makes more sense, right?
The fraternity of men banging one girl.
Yes.
Wow. Intriguing.
Would you have watched that vertical instead?
Yeah.
We could go places. They watered this down. They stripped back kind of the contents of the book to make this vertical. So
Mm.
you may get what you want just in book form. How about that? For now, based off the free preview, pass or play, would you go beyond?
Not really. I I mean, the one you described, I would've.
I am again picking the wrong verticals, guys. Okay. Okay. I have some verticals in mind. There's this guy named Aaron Obers. I think I'm saying that wrong. He is not our type. And so I don't really watch his stuff. But his stuff like goes there, over there, like way over the bridge.
Dear.
Jump the shark type thing. Okay. But I did not pick it for that. I picked this because I thought that the actors, Victoria and Mark, had chemistry. I actually believe their dynamics of her being the feisty nerd girl. She does that really well. I mean, if she wants to get typecasted into that, I think she would have a fantastic career. And then Mark, I've seen him in a couple other things. Sometimes he plays like a CEO, but he doesn't present old enough. And so I do prefer him in roles like this, I think.
Okay.
We are going to go behind the paywall on the fraternity. We cut to Harley recapping their offer. So the teammates have offered her something. They want her to hang around the baseball house, annoy Kai, and get paid $60 an hour.
Shit.
At least that's a real amount of money. Thank you so much.
And for a college kid?
Yeah, $60 an hour to hang around a house and annoy someone.
Do you wanna know what my college job paid me?
What even was it? What did you do?
So, I did work at Starbucks, like, for a year in college, and that was, I think, just above minimum wage at the time. I don't remember what that was, but it was not 60. But then, even worse, when I started teaching, there was, like, this teacher string project program at my college, and, $20 an hour, but I had to teach 2 lessons to get $20. So, it's basically $10 per lesson. That sucked.
Oh, no. Well,
Yeah.
you could be Harley and annoy a guy for $60 an hour.
God, if I only knew what my mouth could do in college,
You would be pretty good at this job, that's for sure.
I would still be teaching.
Taking him to class, right? Taking him to task. She's getting paid $60 an hour. She gets a full makeover and a striptease. Better than washing dishes, she agrees. Later, Kai plays bird pong when Harley walks in, stunning in this black lace dress, push-up bra, and a blowout. The hair is fantastic. Thank you, hair and makeup. Harley challenges him to a game. Kai teaches her how to shoot their banter sharp, his fingers brushing her hair as the frat bros watch, grinning. In the hallway, Henry, it's another frat guy that we saw. Henry runs into Harley and Tara, bragging that Kai's performance has in fact improved after the video game session that they had. He invites her again to a batting practice. After he leaves, Tara pieces it together. Emotionally repressed guys are mean to girls they like. Kai likes you. Thank you, Tara. We get case closed. Boom, done. What is she, a witch? Like, look at that intuition on that girl. With a big game. Oh, wait, do you believe that? Do you think the guys that have liked you have been mean to you?
I do think that guys, I don't know if necessarily mean, but they'll tease you if they like you.
Yeah. I don't think I've ever have been more interested in a guy because he was mean to me. But yeah, if he could banter, if he's got the chat, like, yeah, we're in that way, I don't really care about what they look. If they've got good chat, like if they can really give it, I'll talk to you. I don't know.
I do think, like, the looks brings you in, but then it's, like, the banter and that kind of thing that'll keep you, Just why comedians? Have you never noticed comedians always somehow get, like, the hottest freaking girls? We like funny guys.
Yeah. No, that's true. Lesson for everyone. Just be funny. So at practice, Harley shows up with Kai's bat. He challenges her to swing. She whiffs twice, and on the third try, the ball hits Kai instead. So Harley brings him an ice pack when Mallory, the ex, interrupts, shooing Harley away. With the big game coming up, Kai ends up alone with Harley again. He goads her about her form and positioning himself behind her. This is pretty cute. It's like, because he's so much taller and she's in this way. She's not even a short girl, but she looks like a short girl, right? So she stands up and he gets right behind her. Hands go on her shoulder and then the hips. And then he guides her swing when his frat bros walk in, ruining the moment. I'm sorry. My mind, I was like, oh, let me go back to that hot moment.
I think you
Harley
I think
does
you just
what?
imagine yourself in these, don't you?
I mean, that's a part of it, yes. I mean, if I look like Veronica or what's her name? Victoria? Victoria,
Wait,
yeah, yeah.
yeah.
There are so many times in life that I think if I looked like that, I would be a freaking menace, right? I would be so mean. Be such like a B word.
You know what? You do have a mouth on you, though. I don't think you need to look like Victoria to use what you got. You're hot, and you got a mouth on you.
No, but wouldn't you agree if you look like these people, I would be just a menace in these streets.
Yeah, I mean, I say sorry to dogs when I run into dogs, so I'm the wrong person to ask this.
But if you're a hot person, apparently you don't have to. The
Yeah.
world is a safer place because I am not. But yes, it was a really steamy moment. I don't know. I don't need a vertical to go really raunchy because I'm doing all the work for myself here. All right. Book talk. All right. I already have read the smut books. This is probably why I prefer Korean or Western verticals more. There are some that I saw one recently that was based off like a 18 plus manhwa, like an 18 plus like anime. And that got pretty steamy and I was like, "Oh, I don't think I'm supposed to be here." Right? But I do like just the conventional ones where it just ends with them like kissing and you're like, "Oh my god."
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
yeah.
done.
I no, I could see that, though. I get it.
Yeah, I'm a very imaginative person. I'm very visual, okay? It does get hotter, just you wait. So at the frat's toga party, Hurley and Tara arrive to a packed house in really cute togas. It's not just a bed sheet, nice accessories. Yes, no longer loser queens, am I right? Harley admits to Henry she doesn't want to mess with Kai anymore. Henry and Harley hug it out when Kai, fueled by jealousy, angrily drags her to his room. Kai explodes. You're everywhere in my house, on my field, in my dreams. He kisses her passionately, but she stops him, admitting she's a virgin. Kai carries her to the bed, goes down on her, and camera pans away. Meanwhile, while this is happening, Mallory drugs King, one of the other frat bros, by accident and discovers the frat bro's scheme on his phone. Post-coital, Kai and Harley cuddle until Mallory bursts in with everybody, exposing Harley's paid motivation. Kai lashes out, accusing her of sleeping with him for money. Harley storms out, furious. At the next game, Kai plays terribly. The boys realize he needed Harley because he liked her, not hated her. Doy. Back at the frat house, the boys lock Carly and Kai into a bathroom to hash it out. He shares his dad left last summer, just packed up and took off. Then everything went to shit. Baseball, school, everything. Nothing made Kai feel better until he started fighting with Harley. Harley admits she had closed herself off to everything and lived a boring life until she started fighting with Kai. She proposes friends. He rejects friends. I want to be your boyfriend. The boys barge in, cheering the new couple. Yay! We speed up fast, fast, fast. Here's where it gets really interesting. So, back at the frat house, the boys celebrate their new championship with their promised striptease. Again, remember that the big origin stories of this is a book about a polyamorous relationship where she is dating the entire fraternity, right?
Yeah.
So, with that in mind, this random striptease makes so much more sense. Like, what do you mean you're allowing your guys to striptease in front of your girlfriend? That makes no sense until You know the origin story. It's slow motion gyrating. Henry, one of the guys, oh my God, he should give up verticals and just go to the clubs because he's got it in him. Harley like peeks through her fingers and then joins the striptease.
That's how this ends? Wow.
I'm so confused. Why did we need the striptease? Until
Yeah.
I looked up like the source material, and now maybe there was a striptease in the source material.
What a what a strong ending.
Yeah, it was very aggressive. It was very memorable. It said, "Look, we can't just end up on a kiss. Like, what else do we have? Henry, can you
Right.
gyrate? Let's go."
Honestly, for that alone, I might have to just stick out and watch so I could see the end. Like, we've never heard an ending of a vertical like this. What? That's crazy.
Yes, we got her, guys. This is a play just for the just for the weird, just unexpected, unprompted striptease at the end of this vertical. That is correct.
Yes, a little homage to Magic Mike. Never hurt nobody.
Love it. Okay, so I'm gonna wrap this up. Do you want to do a Tiffany's tea time before?
Oh, Tiffany's tea time. I'm trying to think. I haven't been keeping up with reality television as much on the road. Like I don't have a lot of time to like watch stuff on the road, which I maybe that'll change for the next week because we have more days off. But I kind of came in like on a full fiber of this tour, which is like we have 5 shows in a row, so it was a bit crazy. Tea time. Apparently, this is kind of tea. Dorit Kemsley, there were text messages that PK had leaked that showed her spending habits. And when she was saying like she needed money for the kids' birthday parties and all of that, she spent, I'm not kidding, like 60,000 something dollars just at Louis Vuitton alone. And like he broke down all of her spending at different luxury stores. Hundreds of thousands of dollars she spent. And PK was basically like, I'm not paying this. Like, I'm not. And then she just, and then she was like, I'm just trying to be like civil and co-parent. When you're ready to have a conversation, be civil. I'm ready to talk. And he was like, I'm fine. I'm not talking to you until we have the lawyer because I'm not paying this stuff. And your spending is out of control and I can't pay this. And she was just trying to like be like manipulative, crazy girl. It's fascinating. You should look it up. Her spending was insane. Like, actually, I could probably find it myself. It just leaked within the last few days.
That's
Okay, let me
crazy.
see.
Can I tell you, I was always under the impression, didn't we always accuse Dorit of like a rent my runway? So I am actually shocked that she bought her own stuff.
Okay, are you ready for this? I'm just gonna read it off. She spent summary by brand over the course of like 2 months. This is just 2 months. Just by brand, she spent $68,771.22 at Louis Vuitton, $69,268.25 at Chanel, and $37,936.64 at Hermes. That's not even that. There's other designers in here that like, it's over $6,000 at Gucci on one day. I don't know what Saint Andre is, but 13,500 there several times. This is crazy.
Guys, I'm not Dorit, but I need everyone to girl code with me. Huddle in. Please never tell my husband that Loewe is not a children's store. Yves Saint Laurent is actually their language teacher. Okay, lock in. Okay.
I just like I can't imagine going through a divorce. I mean, I feel bad for her, but like, girl, you're telling your husband you need money for your kid's birthday party, and then her husband is basically like, I'm not here to be drained. I'm not paying this with things like this. I don't know how we're going to avoid court. I need you to speak to so and so. And then her manipulative response, she's like, I'm not interested. I read this in her voice when I read it the first time, but like, not interested in reading a long, drawn out text. I'm not interested in going backwards. We can either have conversations like we agreed, or we're back to where we were. And I have no interest in having an amicable relationship like you said you did. I'm not looking to argue, blah, blah, blah. And he's just like, I have your bank statements. They were legally requested. Like, stop.
That's crazy. So they haven't even talked about the kids. That's kind of the saddest part about this, right? Is you knew kind of who each other were, and now you're surprised at the end of it. Like that's crazy to me.
Yeah, I don't know what financial stuff PK is doing, but I think their house is there's foreclosure and stuff.
So, to bring the crazy all the way back around, let me tell you more about this book that this vertical is based off of. In the book, it's about a girl, Harley, who becomes close friends with four guys in college. She really trusts them and thinks it's a rare, genuine friendship. Then one night, they all reveal they want more and seriously misread the moment, crossing a line together. It's lots of dudes, sudden escalation, hands, and closeness. Adult type closeness. Harley feels completely betrayed because it confirms her fear that men never really want just friendship. The guys realize they messed up and spiral without her. After some time, Harley reaches out again, but only to Henry, the quiet, gentler one. It's her way of testing whether trust can be rebuilt with one person instead of the whole group. The story ends here, focusing more on emotional repair than fantasy. Very interesting that they even switched up the male main leads here, too. I don't know. But if you did like the vertical, I do have some vibes for you. We've got baseball and banter, home run heckles, or a la heated rivalry, heated heckles. Hmm? All roads lead back to heated rivalry. Or to loving my brother's best friend. Because remember, Victoria played Henley, who in my vertical cinematic universe, hot girl origin story, I think, okay, well, maybe Henley went off to college and kind of switched her name to Harley, right? So go watch that one. And then this one, pretty good suggestion. Well, tell us if you do that. Follow us on TikTok, Insta, YouTube, and Substack. We're posting the clips, the thirst traps, and the theories. Talk Drama to Me drops every Wednesday. Bye for now.